Well, yeah, we got snow. But what I like to do after the snow is kind of look around and see, what's moving. We still got another month before our gun season starts. Or there's a youth season on right now. But my concern was I'm trying to keep an eye on, there's a doe that hangs around here with twin fawns. And I kind of want to make sure, I'm trying to keep an eye on her to make sure that when season opens, I want to try to convince her to stay in this area. I've seen her because my new hayfield is just over there. And as I've been haying, I kept seeing her all the time. And I would see him standing along the edge here. And here is like her track, and the two fawns went right here. And they were bedded down right up here, which is a spot where they can see over a wide area. So it's a safe place, and plus, there's nobody hunts in here but me. So now if I know that they're here, I can just leave them alone, not disturb them, because I don't want to run them out into an area where that doe could get shot. So if I can leave this alone and make sure they stay in here, that's my hope. Because they've been pretty regular about just hanging right here. I know, at one time, this was years ago, they had, they get these, the Game and Fish gets these wild ideas, and they decided to have this special deer reduction season after the regular season, and they put out a whole bunch of doe tags. To me, it's kind of a money-making scheme on their part. They get quick cash to balance the budget kind of deal. But anyway, they did it, and there was a lot of does that got shot. So then there ended up to be a lot of orphan fawns over that whole winter, which was a bad deal. Because at that time, we didn't have a lot of coyotes. We had some. We had more fox. Well, those fawns were easy targets for the coyotes. And as I was checking the trap line, I'd keep running into these fawns that had got dead, caught by these coyotes, torn all apart. And it was a kind of a tough winter too, when, for a young animal, that's hard to get by. There was, over in the one area here, there was one really big buck, a nice buck that had managed to have the brains to stay alive all season. Well, all winter he had like a dozen fawns with him, that he was kind of watching over. And I'd see him every day when I went through there. But that was not a good deal, and like I say, after that, our coyote population just boomed. Because they had good eating that year. Well, I don't want that sort of thing to happen again. I don't want to see, these little fawns trying to get by all winter by themselves, because we could have a tough winter. It's starting early, So my plan is to kind of keep an eye on her, and hopefully, well, not too close an eye. I want to keep her in this little area, which she seems to be happy to do, as long as nobody disturbs us. So I won't do any logging or anything in this part, and I won't let anybody hunt in this part, so hopefully she won't be moved out and get shot. That's my plan. After, when all of a sudden we had all those coyotes, another thing that happened, because things like this, when you start interfering with populations of wildlife, when you start trying to manage them, things get out of whack. there's normal cycles to animals, and when you do that, you really screw them up. Because then after that, then there was years they put out very few deer tags because, well, yeah, the deer population was way down because of their conservation efforts. But at the same time, like I said, the coyote population jumped, and the foxes are all gone. You very seldom see a fox around here anymore now. Where I used to trap like 100 of them every year, there was all kinds of foxes, and very few coyotes. Now, fox is a rare thing. They moved out in the flat ground, and the same sort of thing happened we used to have turkeys. During deer season, you would see flocks of over 100 quite commonly. There'd be like several flocks over 100 walking around all the time. Well, after the coyote population jumped, then now we're down, you see flocks of maybe 30, and you always see them hanging out close to farms where there's feedlots and stuff, because the ones that are out here, the coyotes get them. But that's what happens when you start trying to interfere with that stuff. But hopefully, I can interfere to the point of keeping this one in here and alive, so we don't end up with a couple more orphans. They normally, a lot of times, they'll go. During deer season, I'll see a lot of them. The little ones will stay down right close to my place, which is okay. I don't let anybody hunt there either. But once in a while I would let people hunt here, but I'm not going to let them this year because, like I say, I want to keep her alive. I've seen her so often, when I was saying I'd see her all the time. Every time I come down here, and my shooting range is over there, and every time I come down here, well, I'd see them. So they really want to hang in this area, and so I'm going to try to control it with a very light hand. But hopefully after the season's over, she'll still be alive. Okay, and somebody asked me, I'll talk about this first. This is my 1894 M. They're rather rare. It's a 22 Magnum. They only made for a few years. In the 80s, like 5 years. And you very seldom, I have never seen another one, but I've had this one since it was new. Okay, this has the crossbolt safety. Now I know somebody had made a comment on a video about, they only want guns without the crossbolt safety. Well, if you limit yourself to that, you're going to miss out on a lot of really good guns, because that crossbolt safety has been in Marlins for a long time. So never let that be the deciding factor in whether you buy a gun or not. Just merely the fact that it has the safety. There are other things way more important to be looking at than the safety. The safety is easily disabled, serves no real purpose. But like I say, I always disable them because I don't want to accidentally have it knock on, which happens very easily. Now, you hear stupid things, and I had heard a stupid thing from somebody the one time, that they commonly will carry the gun when they're hunting in full cock with the safety on. And then when they're going to shoot, they just click the safety off and shoot. That's nuts. As easy as that safety is to knock on, it knocks off just as easily. And if you're walking around with it on full cock, a hot gun to knock that safety off, just a stupid idea. Just disable that thing and use the half cock like a normal human being. That's what they're designed for. That safety is just it's a lawyer deal. But you don't have to use it. I use the little O-rings. There's many ways of disabling them. The O-ring is the easiest and cheapest way. But just do that so you don't accidentally have it. When you go to shoot, then it had bumped so the safety's on. But don't let that be a deciding factor in buying a gun or not buying a gun. It's just not an issue. Let's see, the other thing I was going to bring up, on one of the videos was somehow, sometimes comments come in uh, that I don't get notifications for, but I happened to look back and I saw that this one. See, normally, I put up a video. Now, the way it works now, I get 4 notifications for every comment. You know, it's got to do with Microsoft and Google both wanting all of your information, so they both want to do it, and I get one from YouTube and I get one from the YouTube Creator Studio. So I get 4 notifications. So like in the one video I got like 56 comments. That meant I got over 200 notifications. That's where a lot of times I don't put notifications on or comments on because I just get swamped with the notifications. But like I say, some come in with no notification whatsoever. And this was one of them. The guy was asking about if I ever do a review on boots. Well, I've done a review on many different kinds of boots, but these that I'm wearing, these are about the best hunting boot you're going to find. They're the Schnee boots out of Bozeman, Montana. They make a whole line of boots. Like I say, the best boot you can buy. They're like $300, but it's one of them things that's really worth it. They're a very good boot. They, like I say, a whole line of boots. These are their Hunter, or what they're calling a Hunter 2 now. They have they're a pack boot, but it's a thin liner. It isn't like the heavy pack boots, it's a light pack boot. These are good down to 20 below if you're active, if you're walking, that sort of thing. So anywhere from below freezing, which is what it is now, down to 20 below. These are the boots I wear. Now, I've had these for quite a few years, and I bought them used. They were like new when I bought them, but it was at a rummage sale. And I don't remember what I paid. It might have been like $30 or something. I don't know. I did a video on them long ago when I got them. But they've been a great, great boot. And Schnee does this thing where if you wear the bottoms out or cut the rubber, you know, because they're rubber bottom and then leather upper, they will do a replacement on the bottoms. You know, they just cut the old bottom off, sew a new one on for some nominal fee. So they're just rebuildable. But excellent, excellent boot. If I was to wreck these in some unrepairable manner, I would scrape together the $300 to buy another pair. They're just too important. Nothing can ruin your day quicker than cold, wet feet. Well, I better keep poking around. I want to see there's a trail here. I want to make sure, see if they're going up and down that one. You know, now where you got snow, you can do the tracking. And I want to look for coon tracks along the stream bottom here. But I thought I would mention the boots, because somebody did ask about them. Now, you know, ask about review on boots. Well, I've done a lot of review on a lot of different boots, but for hunting boots, the Schnees are the way to go. It's a lot of money, but some things are worth the money. But you can look them up. They got a whole line of them.